Hello. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm overcome with excitement because we're playing this level again. And it's been too long.
Dad enters the room.
Good morning, Krukle. Good morning, Nasty Triangle, and good morning to Rolls or Ferrari, who went crazy pumpkin. What is Steve? Reloaded to double check stream title and category definitely not updated. Really? Oh. Well, there we go. I totally wrote it in, thought it said the right thing, and there we are. I got it right on one of the two platforms I'm streaming on, Nasty Triangle. That's pretty good, right? And I had it entered in on the other one. I thought I hit it, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. We're live in two different places. It's a lot to keep track of. Once I beat this game, we're not doing that anymore. And theoretically, it'll be better. You know? Better experience for everybody that way. Because right now, I don't have YouTube chat on screen. Sorry, YouTube chat. But all the chat clients that do both suck unless you pay money. And I'm not about to be paying money. So, here we are. You're pretty sure you had been playing the game's version of hard mode accidentally. Now you're thinking it's a little ridiculous and it makes more sense. Oh. Well, that's cool. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it after seeing that crazy clip. And by crazy clip, I mean absolutely perfectly normal for that game. And I should expect nothing less, surely. I'm just tired of living in a world where the internet is like required to play a video game in some cases, and you're just not really having a great time if you're not looking at the internet for your skill tree or whatever nonsense. That's why when I see shit like that, I'm like, nope, nah, not the game for me. I don't say I'm against difficult games. I'm saying I'm against like complicated games.
And got me into streaming and got me into doing all this. And I want to thank you for that. But please never do this again.
Idle Electric, I couldn't have said that better. Like, I don't like that culture of, here's a game that's got really good gameplay, but in order for you to really enjoy it, you need to have already beaten the game. Oh, it's your first playthrough? Well, just get good. Just get good. It's a dense game. It has layers. I don't disagree with that. It's a very dense game. And I mean, I'm sure there's some community of people who are playing it in the blind, but I don't know. I've played enough games now that are like very dense that for me to get into
Probably
one,
helps
I have
break
to
up the
really like
Googles.
the aspects of
Exactly
it
what I'm
on my
thinking.
own naturally. and-
McDuff96 just subscribed for 20 months. Get beamed.
Wow. Thank you, McDuff. I will get beamed. You know what? I'll get very beamed right now. Really, Cameron? Okay. All right. Okay. What are we doing? We're doing bar for peach. Kind of looks like one. Ooh, peach. Nice. I love it when the bean that I'm most traumatized by actually comes up by not the trauma. That's quite appreciated. I know you think it's a scam, McDuff, but I gotta say, I don't look at peach jelly beans the same way after doing this for a year. You were playing a game. You were playing it without a guide. Sometimes, if you look into a game and you find like short books, you just say, "I guess I'll just wing it." Yeah, I mean, I definitely have played games that are significantly dense, to a point where I have regrets for not looking up a guide sooner. I'm not saying that that's not something I haven't done in the past. I'm just saying that if you're playing a game that's that dense, it's probably not the optimal strategy.
You better check yourself
and
before you wreck yourself.
I'm not interested in just like dipping my toes into the waters of things like PoE. Good morning, Rec. If that's the experience, because I'm just kind of like not super into that experience in the first place. And like I watched enough PoE on Twitch to go, all right, pass, without ever seeing the details. Now that I've seen some details, years after it's come out, I'm good. That just turned me off even more. But at the same time, I want to play games with, you know, you guys. So it's one of those things where it's hard to just say, oh, nope. Welcome in, JD. Hope you're doing well. I mean, that sounds really healthy to have a loot filter, Krukul. I don't know anything about Marvel Rivals. Just that people are clearly getting paid money to play it. That's about it. I don't actually know what the gameplay is like. I haven't watched a second of it. I stopped caring about Marvel anything after basically after I had kids. I ain't got time for Marvel anything, really. It's Overwatch with Marvel characters? Oh, well then, yeah, I'm good. Never played Overwatch? It's okay. I'm good. I'm FPS'd for right now, you know. I'm deep in the Mario. I haven't FPS'd in about a year. The closest I've touched an FPS was Lego Fortnite in the last year. And that's not really an FPS.
Why did it have to be snakes?
You're right, AI Snake. I did beat this on the pre 1.0 release, which does not transfer saves to the full release because the overworld was changed. Because there are more than 6 levels in the final release of First Step Forward. And that's the goal, is to get past the first 6 levels so that I can actually start playing the rest of the game. Because this game came out in October. And it's December. And I still haven't gotten past the part that involves parts I've already played. Granted, I didn't finish this level until November, so, you know, I'm not doing terrible. Am I sure I'm not playing PoE? External tools, lookup guides, first part of the game is a tutorial. I have no guides. I have no external tools. The only part of this is that... Actually, there's not even a tutorial in this ROM hack. But some beginner hacks do have tutorials, and some heavy ASM hacks have tutorials. But this is not one of those. Damn it. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah. It was surprising to me, y'all in Discord saying or showing me all of those recaps where I'm sandwiched in between some of your other favorite streamers. Thank you. All of you who watch as many of my streams as you can. I was really disappointed that the recap, but this is always the case, starts in December of last year. Because my goal was to stream as many days this year as possible, and the recap doesn't even have 300 days streamed. I was your number 3. Thanks, JD. And I know that I'm at well over... apparently you missed 3 days of watching Twitch. 3 good days of a break. I know that December was when I hadn't made that decision to start streaming every day, but I know that by the time I'm done with December, I'll have definitely hit 300. Probably more. It won't be a full 330 because I've definitely taken some weeks off here and there throughout the year, but it'll be high. I was your most watched channel by about 350 hours. I know, what a slacker. Streaming 7 days a week as much as possible. But just for a short amount of time. Okay. All right. All right. That's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah. Let's see. Unfortunately, my my Twitch recap got a little skewed by my wife. Jack knows your most watched channel? I do. I do. You're clearly a Chambo fan. Because I'm over there too. Here, where's my my viewer recap? I don't care about my streamer recap. My wife watching sumo on the TV took my number 5 slot. I'm curious what my number 6 slot is as a result, but Grand Pooh Bear is my number 1, Flo McNasty is my number 2, Kuma Monster's my number 3, and Chambo's my number 4. My wife is your favorite streamer? She's never streamed. She's never streamed. Except for on my channel. And I think we've streamed together like, what, 4 times this year? Flow Subathon must have really skewed your watch hours. It certainly shaped mine, I would say. Apparently I'm a mod in 3 channels. I didn't even realize I'm a mod in 3 channels. I know I'm a mod in 1 channel, but if I would just start streaming at 6 a.m., I would get more Jack watched hours in. Unfortunately, I got to get my kid to school. So, you know, there's a period there where I'm waking up, getting the kids ready, sending one of them off to school, and then, you know, getting some breakfast for myself in there. So I try to start around 9-ish, but obviously today that didn't happen. I know there's massive slowdown here. I'm just trying to scroll up to as... Here. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Then you can all see this. Okay. Uh, JD is East Coast. There we go. Okay. All right. So I streamed over 1,000 hours between December and now, which means that I'm still around 1,000 hours probably. You know, by the time the year ends, I think that's a pretty reasonable. But yeah, I'm really disappointed that this is the number that the recap put. I will say, I mean, this is fine, but this is sad for me. How many of those were quality content though? Every single hour, Ixachito. And yeah, apparently my viewer average of 10 matches my hours streamed. Go figure. I love that American Truck Simulator totally took number 2. I know some of you absolutely hate that game. But you know, it's a game that I've been really enjoying. I'm really glad that Fallout made it here, and I guess Super Mario Bros. Wonder made it here. What a great experience that was. I don't remember this raid, but that's cool. I don't think it says that in my account at 304. So Twitch is on one. I think it says like 260. But cool. Nice. Dad bods. What a great tag that was. Absolutely. 100,000 chats sent. You don't hate that game? You hate pedestrians? Aren't we all pedestrians at some point in life? Even if you're just walking to your car? Oh, I love it. We've got brain power. Nice. Who would have expected that? Also, why are these all so crappy looking? Like, they're not even using the good pixel versions of these. Just don't walk near you? Damn. There we go. Biggest fans of the year. High Surf, McDuff, Nasty Triangle, Garbage Lord, Plasma Snake, Krukle, and Big Daddy. Censored? I mean, it's not censored. It's just really, really low res. And, like, I uploaded a higher res. So they're choosing to show the lowest res of those emotes. We did 10 collaborations this year, most of them with Nasty Triangle. Apparently, the test collaborations counted. And of course, that's a stat that Twitch cares about way more than I do. Wow, I received 104 raids. Thanks, Catmakes, Nasty Triangle, and we miss you, ugly kid. I've sent a raid almost every day. That's largely how I end the stream. Love to see it. Clips of the year. 116 clips with 16 unique clippers. Any clippers? Your top viewed featured clip of the year. Oh, the Gasm clip. Let's watch it. Why not? I rated you 26 times, which was a O for you. 369 new followers. Nice. 78 new subscribers. 13 whole hype trains, one of which was golden. 3.6 million points. That's a lot of points. We don't even really run predictions, so that's all spend for things like eat something spicy and, you know, brain power. That's wild. Oh, great. I got a whole badge. And there's the, like, smaller one, I guess. Oh, the top emote is the dance. Of course it is. Everyone loves the dance. By far and away, it's my best emote. Absolutely. Predictions don't spend points, they reallocate them. That's fair. That's fair. I didn't think of it that way. Ugh. Well, so I was going through my pantry, and I found Halloween candy from not this Halloween, but last Halloween. And I found a little micro Jelly Belly of normal flavors, so I thought I'd enjoy that. Yeah. But apparently, it's made of kryptonite. I mean, not kryptonite? Is that? No, there we go. Unvibranium or whatever. Vibranium. There you go. There's your Marvel reference. Oh. That's cinnamon. I was not ready for that. That's like Big Red. I think that's orange. Yeah. Oh, tangerine. Tangerine. It's wild to me. These taste absolutely great. Mobile viewer? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me to be doing that in such a crappy way. Oh, another cinnamon? Why are there bad beans in the assorted? I know a lot of people would argue that licorice is also a bad bean. This is just like a standard assorted flavors. Yeah, there's nothing fancy going on here. Why'd I get 2 cinnamon? Exactly. My phone has a higher resolution than the screen that I play on. And I did that not on purpose. But I simply have not upgraded. Ran those on the booger bean line. I love that you even tracked them at all. You're hilarious. I thought it'd be fun to actually enjoy some jelly beans on stream. They don't have to be related to the beans. Because I barely buy Jelly Bellies anymore. But these are found Jelly Bellies. Ooh, coconut. Is that another coconut? Ooh. Turns out your phone has a higher resolution than your monitor. Yeah, I mean, they're making monitors lower resolution than phones nowadays, typically. But also, if you haven't upgraded your phone, I mean, if you haven't upgraded your monitor in a while, like me, then it's really, really lower. What is that? I did not get a good enough look at that. That tastes funny. Your old jelly beans. Go figure. Can't tell the difference between 360 and 1080 on Twitch? Well, yeah, you're watching me. It doesn't really matter. It's a 2D game. Strawberry. Another strawberry. Nice. Rough. I'd say one of the big differences between Twitch and other media you may be consuming on your phone is the bitrate at which Twitch operates is the other thing.
Hey guys! Whoa, big gulps, huh? All right.
No, not even, Big Daddy.
Well, see you later.
What I'm saying is that like Twitch's bitrate is kind of awful for 1080p. And they've just recently introduced that beta program that allows 8,000 kbps bitrate, and that's for partners only, I think. And that is closer to a 1080p, but now they're trying to push 4K over that pipeline of a really low bitrate, and it's just terrible. Like, they really need to fix that. When you're watching Twitch, you're usually watching in this order: chat, streamer cam, the game, or whatever. So I'm really just a podcast to you. So you don't always make it over to the gameplay, is what you're saying? But like, okay, so if I watch a 1080p video on YouTube or like Netflix or something, the bitrate's higher. Your default display resolution when you're watching Twitch on your PC is 571, but on your phone it's probably a lot higher. Usually when you're watching Twitch, you are dead. You could do just audio. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're dead when you're watching Twitch, because you're here quite a lot, so I thought you were pretty alive, but turns out you're actually just an AI. You listen to stream 75% of the time you're on here, usually while working. I figure most people are doing that. Oh, you're a zombie. Ah, got it. That makes even more sense. An AI zombie. Is it AI, though? I don't even know. When you really watch gameplay, you're driven to backseating? I mean, the back of that bus can get crowded. We're all on that bus. I understand that. GTA RP has really helped curb your backseating. It did. For a while. Now I'm watching nothing but gameplay streams and want nothing more than to backseat. I do bite my tongue a lot more than I used to, that's for sure, but I still do catch myself getting excited and backseating. Just tell you to get in the back of the truck. No, that's inhumane. I have seats for you all. You're comfortable and cozy if you want a back seat here, rather than... Oh!
Luigi!
Damn it! Welcome in, Groovy Gadget. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. It was nice to see you this week. What was I talking about? Backseating? Something like that. Got really upset there. Sorry. Or at least discombobulated by that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it. It's fine. It's fine. Serenity now. Serenity now. Serenity now. Your back hurts. Your doctor is on vacation. Time to go to another doctor. You heard the Luigi? Luigi! Yeah. Yeah, they caught that guy. Kind of wild how they caught that guy. Kind of wild. Apparently, the real kicker I was reading is that the McDonald's worker who called it in won't get 60 grand for calling it in because they didn't call the tip line. They called 911. And I think that's particularly messed up. And apparently that happens all the time when they have rewards like that. If you call 911, you don't get the reward. So, you know, I'll just take that as a learning experience. If I ever see someone... Exactly, AI Snake. Exactly. If I ever see someone who, you know, has a big reward on their head, not saying I will, I'll make sure to Google that number and, you know, call up that tip line instead of, you know, calling the appropriate authorities for the issue at hand. You know, next time I find someone on the FBI's most wanted list, I'll make sure to go look up the, you know what? Might as well just add that number to my phone because I'm such a, you know, concerned citizen. Really? Really? Reward people with merit. Your address book is crazy. You got police stations everywhere. You got the Zodiac Killer tip line in there? Did you put that in there? Because I got to add that now, you know? I got to add the FBI tip line as well. And just follow the news constantly. And they're getting rewarded with exposure. Think of all the followers that saw them. Yeah, you know, I'm actually the McDonald's worker who called the tip line. I'm not getting the $60,000, and that's why I brought it up. Kappa. It's not like they're saying the name of the McDonald's worker either, you know? Main thing is that running through my mind about this whole thing is that Burger King doesn't snitch. They called 911 so that they wouldn't get the reward, then they complained about it. Or they just didn't know and called emergency services claiming, I think I found the person you're looking for, and he's eating breakfast right now. Burger King, where snitches get stitches. This may be a little bit of an unpopular opinion. But I do not exactly like how many people on the internet, particularly on Reddit, who were like, what do you mean? Luigi and I were hanging out, you know, on the 4th and the 5th and the 6th together. I saw him every hour on the hour. At least. It's Reddit. It's also 4chan. I wasn't gonna just... You mean the people who seem to be saying there should be no punishment because there was no crime or something? I mean, there was definitely a crime committed. I understand, to a certain extent, that people are, you know, somewhat feeling like this was a justified thing. I'm not saying it was. But that's because I don't believe in killing. I'm not really a big fan of war in general. Oh. So, you know, if you're going to catch a guy who did a thing, I understand that. You know, they did a thing. They committed a crime. Yeah, exactly, Krugel. It's like they murdered someone. I do think it's a little crazy to be spending that much in resources finding one murder suspect when there's people who get murdered every day in America. And we don't find any of those nearly as hard. So that's my problem with finding Luigi so quick. Presuming Luigi's the guy. You know? There's still a possibility that Luigi's not the guy. And exactly, AI Snake. It really doesn't change anything about the way insurance works. Killing the CEO of an insurance company really doesn't do anything. Like, it's a... It's a weird vigilante justice situation that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me.
I don't know what any of this shit is. I'm fucking scared.
Yoha. How goes Ghost House life? We're stuck here again. I don't know what any of this means, but we're stuck here again. Welcome in, Alyssa. You know, this is just getting me better, right? It's making me better at this. The problem is, I'm not entirely certain that there will be ever positive changes made because this person was shot. Yeah, there we go. Hop on in the struggle bus. We're all riding the struggle bus. You all get to be in the back. And backseat the hell out of me. It's pretty comfy in the back. You know, we're driving a one of those nice Mercedes luxury buses. And by that I mean I don't have money for this. But, you know, you're all comfy and cozy, I'm sure. It's a virtual struggle bus. There we go. The only thing health insurance companies did was take down photos of their management. I didn't even know that. There will never be positive change to healthcare until we have government-provided universal healthcare. I mean, there is a middle ground, right? But I will say that the back is too rowdy. It's fair. I will say that that would be a really good thing to get some universal health care, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon, if I'm realistic. You got so many memes saved. Emote. If anything, a bunch of CEOs are going to stop having corner window offices and maybe staying home more. I think a lot more CEOs are going to start paying for security. Which, you know, they already were. I don't know. You're the bus monitor. I love that. I didn't even think about that. People with swords are the bus monitors. The thing people who say, well, why should I have to pay for everybody else, is that they are already paying for everybody else just at wildly inflated prices. Yes. Yes, that is the entire basis of insurance. Is everyone's getting put in a bucket and they're paying for everyone else. So why should we be paying $500 for insulin shots when it used to be $15? I don't know. I'm not diabetic, so like the whole insulin thing is just an example of what I'm bringing up, but it does not directly affect me in any way. I don't have a family member who is diabetic, but I did have a family member who was diabetic before that change happened. My grandmother passed, though. You tend to only backseat when you think they don't know what to do. You've gone through this before and are just struggling to replicate. Backseating ain't gonna help problems. Yeah, exactly. I mean, ultimately, like, we're at a point where, you know, I've already beaten this. I know what to do. I just screwed up every single clear of this the last 2 days. Or, well, I've been playing it for 1 day. This is day 2. Day after that happened, Elon brought in his human shield, kid, to a public meeting for the first time ever. Welcome to Costco. I love you. I mean, that's why he has like 12 kids, right? They're human shields. When someone who doesn't have insurance goes to a doctor or a hospital, that money doesn't just magically go away. It goes to tax breaks and higher insurance premiums. Largely, yes. Hospitals aren't going bankrupt over emergency medical services. They're just passing it on. You assume all bad things are legal now? Yes. All bad things are legal. Let's not implement the purge. That's a bad idea. That's a real bad idea. I don't understand that reference at all, Lisa Cheadle. I hope you have a fantastic work meeting. And remember, Nasty Triangle. It probably could have been an email. It's been proven pretty much everywhere that our quality of life, health, and everything improving while also being cheaper to have universal healthcare. I just don't know why the U.S. hasn't updated. It is capitalism. Unfortunately, in this country, money prevails over human rights and necessities. And I mean, that's been a long-standing story of the United States that I think a lot of people want to ignore. But it's throughout your history class. You know, we focus on the positives, but like, here's one probably a lot of people learned about. I don't know if you actually did or not, but if you ever learned about the muckrakers and the let me see, hold on. Hold on. In 1911, there was a factory fire in Chicago that killed 146 workers. There was, among those, 126 women, 20 men. The average age of those workers was 19, which means that there were minors working here. Most of them were immigrants, Italians and Jewish immigrants, at a time when those were oppressed groups in the United States. And a lot of them were involved in a strike the year previous. But they were all in this factory that had like one exit. It had no modern fire code because, you know, this is 113 years ago now. And it started us like creating fire codes in this country, but like it's just a constant story of I need to make money before I'm worried about humans in this space who work for me, is the way I always saw that. You know, there were so many sweatshops in the United States 100+ years ago. I'm not saying there's zero sweatshops in the United States. I'm just saying that things have gotten relatively better because we introduced things like minimum wage, OSHA. But like without some of those things, we'd have nothing still. Yeah, there's still slave labor too. Absolutely. But I'm not even talking about that. There's also, you know, a long history of indentured servitude in the United States and slavery. Both of those things are awful. So, you know, 100 years ago, there was still indentured servitude. I believe indentured servitude lasted quite some time. I'm not sure what the last instance of indentured servitude that existed, but
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
you walked in on slavery and indentured servitude. Welcome, Kolschi. Great time to walk into the stream. Your visitor number 64. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're 5 away, people. But like, there's a lot that is messed up in this country that still isn't fixed. And, you know, things are progressing. They take a long time to progress. I'd say that this country has some really great things going on, some really messed up things going on to this day, but they're not as messed up as they once were. And, if you can live a reasonable life in this country, which is possible for a lot of people, then hopefully you can push some change for those who aren't living a reasonable life in this country. Damn it. So, you know, here's my as political as it gets around here. If you got a problem, talk to your representatives. Make sure you're voting the right people in. You feel like the motto of the USS is, I got mine, so go fuck yourself? It certainly feels that way a lot of the time, but there's also times where I feel like there is compassion, there is care in communities. So if you're ever feeling like you haven't gotten yours and you've been fucked by the system, you can always come by to twitch.tv/JackHilo and, you know, say a thing or two. See how much compassion you can get here. You know? And if you're not getting compassion from here, there's other places on Twitch too, I'm sure. I'm sure there's other communities who are very, very compassionate. If you don't feel like I'm being compassionate enough, it's just not going to get your problem solved here. Or really anywhere on Twitch. But, you know. I can only do so much at the end of the day. Damn. I'm just making all kinds of mistakes today. Ah. But like, yeah. With the whole CEO thing, I'm not a huge fan of CEOs in general. I've never really met a CEO who I felt gave any crap about me in any company that I've worked for, and I've met a few CEOs because I've worked at medium-sized companies, I've worked at small-sized companies, and I've worked in IT, so you get to know everyone at your company. To a certain extent, you get to meet everybody, pretty much, when you're at a smaller company. When you're at a giant company, some giant corporate entity, and you're in IT, you don't get to meet everyone, but you do get to meet a lot of people. Because you are internal support, typically. Or, well, you're in an internal support role, in the same way that, like, a finance payroll person got to talk to people every once in a while. Or HR. gotta talk to people sometimes. But just because,
How about you, Lash LaRue? Can you keep your spurs from jingling and jangling?
you know, the executives that I've worked with, I didn't necessarily like, doesn't mean that I wasn't happy for the job or happy for the, you know, place I was working at. Didn't feel like anyone was doing anything particularly inherently terrible, though, either. So maybe that would skew someone's view in this particular case. Which is why, you know, I get why someone thought this was a good idea, but I don't get if they're not challenged in some way too, because they're not really making a difference. You saw some shit about the rising costs of protecting executives after this shit and was like, well, that was the takeaway? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's not gonna make a difference. Like, yeah, they'll figure out a way to, you know, mitigate their protection expense with their company, and so then that'll just cause more healthcare to go up. Surely, they'll figure out a way to make more money. Have I seen that poverty gap? Looks nearly identical to what it looked like during the French Revolution. No, but I know the poverty gap in this country is terrible, so that doesn't surprise me. But this is literally the highest GDP country, so the poverty gap's going to be high. But if you look at any of the lists of the highest GDP countries in the world, the poverty gap's really high. It's worse as you go down the list, unfortunately. So doesn't fix anything, but you'd be lying if you didn't say you felt a little better. The repercussions are going to make things a lot worse for a lot of people, I would say. But I'm not crying over some healthcare CEO dying either. I will say that. If you notice, all those bigger countries just happen to be the ones with the most CEOs and billionaires. Okay. I mean, the top 1% still makes more than, like, the top 10% combined or something. So there's that wealth gap, too. And I'm not sure how much of that looks like that in France. I'm not saying that makes it better. I'm just saying I don't know how that compares. But that might have made a big difference as well. Because I'd say that in this country, the top 1% are the oligarchy, whereas the top 10% in France might have been the oligarchy. I'm not sure. I don't know what their wealth distribution was like beyond that. Good morning, Allie. I was your most watched streamer this year? Well, thank you for watching, Allie. I really do appreciate that. We did do a little recap earlier for those of you who might have missed it, because I know a lot of people come in and out throughout the stream. I was your number 3. Well, thank you, Kolshi. You had people up while you sleep higher. That's really good. I definitely leave a lot of lurks on, so I was kind of surprised that my number 5 wasn't even me, but my wife. Then at the same time, that's a whole nother person watching Twitch on my account, so that shouldn't surprise me too much, I guess. As far as viewership goes. You like it here? Thank you, Ollie. I like having every one of you here. It's really, really nice to get all of your opinions. And to, you know, shock Kolshi every time she comes in with, yeah, slavery and indentured servitude. Not really. I hope I gave enough context for that one earlier. After you said that, Kolshi. But, you don't get that one? I mean, you were in a meeting. Nasty triangle. I should send you an email. Catch you up. No slaves for you? Good. Good. I'm glad to hear no slaves for you. Quartz is one of the most abundant minerals in the Earth's crust and composed of silicon dioxide. That's science. I mean, is that science or statistics? I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. probably helps break up the Googles. Exactly what I'm thinking.
HiSurf83 just subscribed for 24 months. 2 whole
High
years.
Surf coming in here with almost 2 whole years at 24 months. You know what you get for that, High Surf? You get the same thing that Lazy Uncle did. It's what you've always wanted. Oh, I'm going to respin that one. I'm just going to respin that. Come on.
Everyone always says hi surf, but they never say bye surf.
The scam bean. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This is what you've always wanted, High Surf. It's very special. I know. You get the 2 beans special. Wait, are those the same? Yeah, they are. They just look a little bit different on camera, I guess. At least one of those is dead fish. I think they're both dead fish. Oh. It's strong. Oh. Oh, man. That's rough. Oh. There you go, High Surf. You've been waiting for that one. 2 years. Well, okay, for about a year. You've been waiting for that one. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. You want the whole handful? That's not going to happen. Besides, you got 2 handfuls. I held each bean in one hand. Tiny handful. Exactly. Tiny, tiny handfuls. Oh no, AI Snake, you lost 100. How will you ever financially recover from this? How many beans come in a fresh container? Depends on what container. I've bought several. They come different ways. But, so I don't have the last container that I bought anymore. That I haven't opened. So I have an unopened one, though, to answer. And they say one package is 160 calories per serving. It's 1.6 ounces of beans. I really don't have a better answer than that. But these little boxes, I believe, are the same-ish weight. They might be half the size of the bags. It doesn't say beans. It doesn't say beans at all. It just says serving size 1 package. That's all it says. I don't know why it doesn't say anything more than that. I'm a little disappointed, I gotta say. Big Daddy lost 500. No! So much juice. Gotta follow the serving suggestion? No, thank you. Here we go. This one is... here we go. Serving size is 27 pieces or 30 grams on the OG box. But this is 45 grams, and it says the serving size is the whole box. But, okay, hold on. Hold on. We can do math now, though, because we have... calories that I can divide by pieces. Or no, not even calories. Hold on. Hold on. I'm thinking. I'm thinking better. All right. 30 grams divided by 27 pieces. No, other way around. 27 pieces divided by 30 grams is 0.9 grams times 45 is 40 beans-ish per box. Or 81 beans per big box, give or take. I don't know. That's by weight, sort of. I don't know. What's this say? This says 99 grams, actually, on here. Huh. Yet it says 30 grams on the nutrition facts. So a cheeky little 100 bomb, he has to dump a whole box in his mouth in one go. Please don't 100 bomb me. I'm not worthy. Please spend your money significantly better places. Please don't give Amazon $300. You never drop more than a 5 bomb? Exactly. Like, that's expensive. Yeah, I mean, you could send me, you could PayPal me 500. I guess I'll crack open some packs. Oh, no! Everyone's losing all the juice. Oh, no! Oh, my God. It's a bloodbath. And even even Hack Surf lost it all. Our hacker man. The only guy who's won this month. How rigged is this? Jeez. Did I adjust the slider to be more rigged or something? I don't remember doing that. That's for sure. I believe I left it on least rigged. Excuse me. I need to log in again. It said I was logged in. Come on, Stream Elements. Modules. Roulette. Yeah, it's at the lowest rigging it can. Default rigging's terrible. Do I need to, like, change it? Oh, they actually put a number on it now. Huh. Huh. All right. Now that I took all your currency, I brought it down to 1 because apparently 0 is no longer an option. But I brought it up to 20 there for a moment, so maybe Bisurf just got screwed. But, you know. Oh, no, Bisurf didn't get screwed. Sorry, I misread that. Bisurf, I guess, is the only one left with points. And by that, I mean Garbage Lord's still number 1 by an astonishing amount. Also, someone should remind Mr. Menace the next time you see him on the internet that he has a ton of Bean Redeem points. Just throwing that out there. You guys can see my leaderboard, so I don't feel that bad for saying that. Lazy Uncle, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We had another 2 bean day today because High Surf had a 24-month as well. As you remember, I did 2 beans for your subversary. That's why I brought it up. I hope you're feeling a lot better than you were feeling. JD, make it a 3 bean kind of day.
Just gave Jack Harlow their Bezos bucks.
Just now, 24 months, yeah. Well, you know, I took a couple of breaks in there last year, so a lot of people unsubbed, which I thought was actually the play. Okay. There we go. Spin de wheel. Spin the wheel. What do we got? Oh. I didn't mean that kind of veal. Bezos unsubbed. Bezos shouldn't sub to anyone, but if he's gonna do it, cappuccino's not good. It's just not a good bean. I should lower this on my thing, but unfortunately I never made it. I made an image. So I'd have to edit the image, or I'd have to just do the whole exercise all over again. Yeah, it's just not a good bean. Despite it being the good bean, it's not a good bean. Maybe it's because I just really enjoy... Oh, you're feeling much better now? Had a bug for a day or 2 last week, but fine now. Well, you also had your root canal. That's what I was asking about, but... I guess it's mostly feeling better. Turns out root canals aren't that big of a deal. Really? My mom had a root canal and she was feeling that for like a week. I guess she got lucky. That's good. That's good. Or she got unlucky. I don't know. That's my only experience with a root canal. If they tell me I need a root canal, I'm going to say take it. Same. But I grind my teeth already, so if they're going to tell me I need a root canal, I'm going to say take it. But also, if they say this tooth is completely broken, I'm going to say, take it. Because I don't got money for that kind of stuff. That's for sure. You've had a root canal and a tooth pulled. The root canal is 1% as bad. Really? Huh. That's good to know. There's a reason why you pay that money. I mean, it's still wild to me that, like, even in countries with universal health care, they just don't care about the teeth the same way. You've heard people say they're horrible and people who say they are virtually painless. Huh. I guess that all depends on how bad the nerve is? I don't know. I'm not a medical professional for sure, and I'm certainly not a dentist. But I've never really had good dental advice in my adult life. So I don't even know what to believe with dentistry. I know it can be really painful if your teeth are hurting at the gums and stuff. Damn. You guess you got on the lucky side? Perhaps, yeah. I mean, oh, cool. I have no idea what that entails, but that's cool. Hopefully it's not too painful. Probably is, though. Oh, but it's probably something you're really looking forward to, Alyssa. Pain or no pain. All game. Oh, okay. Shaving things that are bone sounds painful. Maybe that's just me. Now you're wondering if this was your problem all along. You didn't need to get your wisdom teeth a couple months ago. That was much worse. I mean, they could have all been the same problem, perhaps. Who knows? I still have my wisdom teeth. I've told you this before. And, like, this is my problem with dentistry, is that I've had multiple dentists look at my mouth and go, well, if it doesn't bother you, then we don't care. And I'm like, you're the ones who are supposed to give me actual advice here. So, yeah, the whole wisdom tooth situation has kind of gotten me to not give a shit about dentistry. Since they don't seem to be particularly helpful when I ask a question. You're super excited about 1 year of full recovery, but it's all pretty minor. Lots of swelling and bruising. Congratulations, Alyssa. That's an exciting time of life that you're going through. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just go full burb tuber. VTuber, you know? Burb VTuber. If it bothers you, that's all. It doesn't have to be a burp. Also, just saying. Just a ton of bandages and stuff, so it looks gnarly. I mean, yeah, it's surgery. I get that. You know, we could do this too. You don't actually have to be a burb tuber. You could just do this. Where is it? You know, you could just boom. You know, you could just be a PNG tuber for a little bit, and then when you're done healing, you could go back to whatever you want, you know? But you could totally make a AI version of yourself and just play around with that till you get better. If you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. If you're not, then do what you know? If you're cool showing off bandages, do your thing. If you're not, it's it's a thing. It's a thing. You'd never use AI personally? I didn't use AI to make this. Nasty Triangle used AI to make this. So it's totally different. But what I am saying is that, like, you know, do your thing. Like, you don't have to use a whole 3D model. You can totally just PNG tube. Do you feel comfortable? Gooch, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. I gotta turn off this PNG tuber. Hold on. Where is it? There we go. You have one AI emote for a meme? Yeah, I haven't uploaded any of my emotes as AI emotes. You guys gave me some, and I was very impressed. But I do feel a little bit dirty about that one. AI does tend to make really bad emotes. Every single one that I tried to make was terrible. But Ixacheetle has a much better model than I do, because he's actually paying for AI. So He did throw me a bunch. He makes a lot of AI emotes. And they're interesting. I'll say that for sure. But I don't know if I'll ever actually upload them to Twitch. I might upload them to something like BTTV. Was what I was thinking. Because then you're not paying for them. And I think that's a big distinction there. But my BTTV account is already full. So it's one of those things where I don't exactly want to upload them to BTTV either, because I just don't have the space. And then it's taking up space of emotes that you guys actually use at that point.
New follower.
Thank you for the new follow, new follower. I hope you're having a good day. And we keep the follows anonymous around here. So, feel free to say hi. And if you don't, feel free to keep lurking. That was ominous. There was a point where I was using TTS on Twitch, and it wasn't using the voice I wanted. And so I decided that I should just record myself saying basic things, but of course, you know, I wasn't gonna just say thanks for the new follow. I was gonna say it some way weird, because, you know, that's the way I gotta do it. It's ultimately the way. AI is useful for some stuff, but overall it's just not that useful. I agree. Overall, I'd much rather have a human doing work. It was just unexpected.
Emote.
Well, remember, you know, for a while this year, you guys couldn't hear any of my alerts. Because I'm stupid. So I'm glad that, you know, eventually you all get to hear my alerts. That was like 9 months. 8 or 9 months. Yeah. Emote. Not the stupid. Oh, I mean, you guys hear the stupid every day. It's called this stream. Emote. I mean, thousands of hours of content. Quality content this year. Really? We spaced out Hilo? Really? Hi, Surf? We really did that? Thousands of hours of muted content. Exactly. You were the first guy to walk into stream, say, I can't hear shit, and make a clip. So thank you. Thank you to this day. And thanks to Wild Licorice as well. Big shout out to Wild Licorice for telling me how to fix that in a way that I was trying to get but couldn't figure out. That it doesn't matter if you peak OBS. Twitch will reduce that for you. And so you want to make sure that everything is lower than your own voice, largely. That's the big secret to streaming on Twitch. Is make sure that your voice is higher than everything else. And I watched several videos. And I didn't get that from any of them. On how to make you better sounding on Twitch. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. Why is the, like, most easy thing to do not really explained in a lot of big videos? But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I just didn't realize how bad the compression was on Twitch until, you know, after I started streaming. I had already had FFC installed as a Twitch viewer and mod. And I had played around with turning off the compression, which is a feature in FFC that you can do. But really, it's an algorithmic decompressor. It's not a actual, like, turning off Twitch's compression and getting the audio from the source or something. So I didn't realize quite how compressed it really was. Because there really is no way to listen to that through Twitch in any way, shape, or form. And so Facebook and live content is just as bad. That doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if I haven't done a whole bunch of YouTube listening of the stream. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a huge compression on that too. FFZ's compressor is nice if the streamer you're watching doesn't balance their audio right. Oh, absolutely, yeah. So hopefully, you know, in this amount of time, I've figured out how to properly get things working with Twitch. Seems to only improve audio. Yeah, YouTube's just kind of a wild beast. It's doing a lot of things in different aspects. Like on a live stream, it's doing one thing. On an upload, it's doing another thing. That much I know, but I don't know everything about YouTube, I admit. You need to someday break apart your audio on your stream. Right now, you're just brute forcing capturing your audio output, but I know it has its own issues. What I hear, you hear. I mean, the easiest way that I, like, tweaked things was just by being live on stream. And, like, was doing this, you know, and tweaking settings. Like, it's moments typically where there's only like 1 or 2 viewers, you know, and figuring out that kind of stuff, but, you know, welcome in the neighborhood. I hope you're doing well. And, yeah, I haven't found a better way to do it, ultimately. Gosh, you guys got some cool badges. Lana and the Gooch. Those are very cool. Both of which I've never seen before. Purple pixel heart together. Clip the holes. I'm not surprised that Gooch got a clip emote. You donated $5 to charity, that's how you got it? That's cool. I was reading something about that they have badges for that this year. I was thinking maybe it's time to do a dono stream. then I found out I kind of missed the boat on that. Because it's like 4 more days or something, and I didn't plan anything yet. Oh. So maybe I'll go get an emote. Rather than running my own. Is the way I look at it. Or not an emote, a badge. Did I ever check out... I have for certain things, but not specifically the whole trend. But like sometimes I'll do it for like specific search terms and stuff. Is there something specifically interesting? I'm tonguing it out.
Lanera_ just subscribed for 2 months.
Whoa.
Thanks for coming back.
Thank you for coming back, Lanera. 7. I appreciate that. No, you just might find. I thought I might find it interesting. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes there's some interesting stuff in there. I'm not surprised that like the people section is full of questions about Trump and Harris and Biden in an election year. The English, I mean not the English, the football, the English football stuff is interesting. Or I guess that's not English football at all. It's just football stuff. What the world is that? What is this in Japanese? Japanese typhoon, perhaps? I'm gonna translate it. Searched. I should have copied, but there we go. Typhoon weather information, typhoon number 10. Oh, okay. Apparently that was number 5 in news. You're more interested in historical data? Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's more interesting, is comparing things year to year and that sort of stuff. And I gotta eat a bean here. Sorry, before I forget. Oh, we've got the scam bean. Oh, that's a stale bean. That's really chewy. In the wrong way. Oh. It's toothpaste, but that's a bad jelly bean. Maybe I should spit this out, but it's already half consumed. And it's stuck in my teeth for the other half. Great. Yep. All right. That's just not leaving. At least it's minty. The aftertaste is mint. That's better. The texture's really off. And it's sugar, so theoretically, it's fine. I won't be stuck, on the toilet for an incredibly long amount of time for eating that. Surely. It's sugar. It's an inhospitable environment. I'm gonna go get a beverage to redeem that hydrate. Thank you, Krukle. That is a very cute emote. Salty dolphin. Those are some very cute dolphin emotes. Are you a big dolphin person, or are you just a fan of salty dolphin? I'll be right back. There we go. Most searched term in 2006 was Bebo, a new social networking site at the time that lasted for a while but didn't know it existed. Interesting. But, at that time, social media was really, really fluid. So that doesn't surprise me that there's a bunch of social networks probably that I've never heard of. Also, I'm curious how many of those search results, especially as time goes on, are just Chrome users being lazy. Yeah, exactly. 2006 is after MySpace launch in 2004, I believe, but it's pre-Facebook. And in those periods, it was a lot of different social networks out there. Oh, right. Yeah, no, Facebook was around longer, but yes. I don't really consider Facebook... mode. There you go. You got the bonus one, Krukle. I wouldn't really consider Facebook open and turned on until after they were open to the public, but, I mean, sure. If you want to call them older than that, that's fine too. With most things social media, I don't consider it launched until it's public. If I can't go to your platform and just sign up, I'm not really interested in your social media platform. No, I know. Facebook was meant to be a college Facebook, which is a thing that existed that doesn't exist anymore. In case you didn't know, a Facebook was literally an address book made by a college with faces in it and like contact information for each college student. Similar to a yearbook, but it would be handed out in the beginning of the year that you could purchase, I believe, in most cases. Damn. And so Facebook was trying to emulate that on the internet. That's why it's called Facebook. But ultimately they decided they would go public. But yeah. OG Facebook was simple. Poke. That poke system was weird. Yes, originally when you signed up for Facebook, you needed a college email. You're having one of those Lord Elrond moments where you want things to be like the way they once were. Ugh. It hasn't been 1,000 years yet. Yeah, I know. First age was so good, though. Or the second age. Second age? It's been a long time since I've read Lord of the Rings. What I need to do is I need to do the 9-hour marathon. It's been a long time. It's time to dust off the PS4. Watch some Blu-rays for 9 hours. Finishing episodes 4 and 5. Did you do in a watch order? Or are you just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? You're not doing them back to back? That's good. Yeah. Four, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Release order. It makes sense. It does make sense. Oop. If she was an adult, you do machete order 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because 1 doesn't exist. Womp womp. 1 isn't that bad that I would just skip it. Yeah, Liam Neeson. Hello? The last time I watched episode 1 was with my wife before we got married. And it was not as bad of a movie as Machete Order says it is, that you must skip it. And I mean, it does kind of set up some of the political things that happen in 2 and 3. I understand it is largely not an important. It is a self-contained episode. It is not largely important to the events that happen in the next 2 episodes, so it's not really part of a trilogy at that point. So I can understand why people say skip it. But it's still a Star Wars movie. I think the Star Wars movies are a lot better than the Star Wars animated stuff, and some of those TV shows don't look particularly great from what I've been hearing and not watching. But I think the Star Wars movies are still pretty decent quality. Let's not talk about Han Solo. That's probably the one that I also think you should start with people who've never with Rogue One. No, I don't think so. You don't need any prior Star Wars experience to enjoy it. I mean, that is true. Maybe you're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe that's the better viewing order. Is Rogue One, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know about 1, 2, 3 still. I still think 4, 5, 6 is one of the best viewing orders. It's hard for me to say don't watch 4, 5, 6 first still. There really isn't. But Okay, there is one way. There's one wrong way to watch Star Wars. Don't watch Han Solo. Just don't. Just don't. No, I think 7 might not be such a terrible starting point. I don't think it's gonna, cause as many fans to be interested in the series, but I don't think it was a bad movie. It, doesn't get too referencey on the old stuff with 7. Just that, we're looking for this guy named Luke. Which, I mean, a lot of people started with 4 going, we're looking for this guy named Obi-Wan. So... Like, I don't think that's the problem with 7, at least. Introducing people to Star Wars. Yeah, 7 and 4 are very similar movies. Like, there's a lot. 5 to 8 less so, but they do have similar vibes, and they're middle movies. They knew they were middle movies, both of them. So they have similarities for sure. Two certainly doesn't have that either. Because 2 and 3 don't feel like trilogies. 2 and 3 almost feel like duology. Because 1 is very weak on doing more than just introducing the characters. It doesn't have a great through storyline into the next movie. It has a massive skip. But then 3 has, like, no skip. So 3 feels like it's literally just picking up right after 2 left off. But the other movies feel like they're just picking up one after the other. I guess technically they're not, but within the lore, but I don't know. The through lines are different feelings than what is actually written as the lore of Star Wars 2. 3 feels like it was a video game turned into a movie. Emo. Three has some of the worst writing. 1 doesn't have exactly great writing, but I think 3 has some of the worst writing. Where you fight your best friend. It's Goldeneye. Damn it. I really wish I could just beat this. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Let's see. But yeah, a lot of the Disney Plus content I stopped caring about after Mando season 2, I think is what it was. Maybe it was season 3. They're short seasons, so I'm not fully remembering. But yeah, I stopped caring about all these TV shows that they keep releasing. Having a kid is a thing. Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. The other part of it is just like, I don't know. Sorry. Hold on. I don't know. The same thing kind of happened to me with Marvel movies, is that, like, I stopped caring about them for a while. And then the pandemic gave me a chance to catch up on a lot of this stuff with Marvel, and then I was like, I feel like I just wasted a bunch of time. And then I stopped caring after that. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna watch largely any of these movies that have come out since. I might watch Deadpool one of these days, but, like, I'm looking at all these TV shows for the latest Marvel stuff. I'm not gonna watch any of this. And Deadpool is, like, barely a Marvel property. I don't know. Bluey is such a good drug, though. Bluey's great. My kids love Bluey. I get to watch it with them. It's not a bad show to watch with them. I'm totally down with Bluey. And then, let's see, Star Wars. I tried to get into the Clone Wars TV show, which has been running for a long time, and I couldn't get past the first season. And so I was like, okay, I'm just not I'm gonna skip that and just watch, like, The Mandalorian when it comes out, you know, when that was exciting. And I watched the first probably 2 seasons. Maybe I watched all 3. Apparently there's only 3. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm looking it up right now. I'm gonna go check out what the plot is of season 3. No, I didn't watch this. So yeah, I didn't watch season 3. I didn't watch Skeleton Crew or Bad Batch or Ahsoka or Acolyte or Andor, Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the I've never even heard of half of this shit. Wow. And so, like, I've only watched the first 2. I didn't finish the second one. it wasn't very good. I bought it on Blu-ray, and it's probably the one Blu-ray I shouldn't have bought. And I was just really excited about it because I liked Deadpool 1, and I hadn't seen it, and I stayed relatively spoiler-free until it came out on Blu-ray. So I bought it because I was excited about it, but didn't want the spoilers, and probably should have spoiler checked myself. But I heard that the new one's better, so I do want to see that. Because I did really like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I thought that was very funny. And, like, I'm not even a Deadpool comic book fan. But I thought the movies were great. I am a Harley Quinn comic book fan. If you're not aware of that one, it's a very similar vibe. Just comedic, fourth wall breaking comedy, not taking itself too serious comic book. But yeah, ultimately, after watching through like a lot of the Marvel movies that I had missed over the years, in the lockdown, I started watching X-Files, and I realized that that's significantly better than almost anything made in the last 10 years. And I was disappointed that I had never watched that before. So now I'm absolutely a big fan of X-Files, and you just finished watching Leverage? I don't know what that is. Now I gotta Google that. Because I did hit a point with X-Files where it stopped being good, too. But that's kind of the consensus on X-Files. So that doesn't surprise me. I still kind of want to watch some more of it, but it's been a couple of years now that I haven't. But I kind of want to watch that last X-Files movie, so I gotta watch some more episodes of X-Files before I get there. One jump, man. Bummer. But I mean, you know, largely I'm still watching a lot of Twitch more than anything, and YouTube more than watching actual shows. So, because ultimately I'm kind of low on good TV shows that exist that I haven't seen that super interesting to me. So maybe this is good. I don't know. Thief, a grifter, a hacker, and a retrieval specialist. Huh. Sounds interesting. I'll go check it out. You assume I'm just watching and rewatching Bridgerton? No. I don't quite understand the appeal of that. No, I know. I will be honest, though. I do not quite understand. In today's day and age, why you would be interested in Pride and Prejudice things. But, you know, some people really like that stuff, I guess, you know? Cool. That Victorian era historical story. Boggles my mind, but, you know, I'm not yucking on anyone's yum either. Thanks, Alyssa. Those are almost all things I've never heard of, so now I get to go evaluate them. The only one I've heard of is Why I Think You Should Leave, which I heard of because of your walk-on. It works. Oh, look at that. They hit the 100. They hit the hundo. So far. Why, are they still making that? It's about time you do your yearly Firefly watch. Never watched that. I know a lot of people are big fans, but I never watched it just because ultimately I've wasted too much time on one season of television. Thanks, Netflix. Oh, jeez. Yeah, exactly. Like that's I feel like a big point of why Firefly has such a strong fan base still is because they got canceled. In the way that they did. And they were the first like big show that had people watching it and really excited about it and got canceled because it wasn't doing the numbers that they expected that network to do at the time. And Netflix has now gone on to just do that over and over and over and over and over again, that now it's just kind of like normalized in a way. But like I think Firefly is one of the first where it's like we only got one season of that. It's kind of ridiculous that we only got one season of that. Oh, come on. Again, I haven't seen it because I don't want to get invested like so many Firefly fans are. But I mean, I know it's good. I know it's out there if I ever really want to go deep into some sci-fi. Let's see. Oh, Severance is that show that I heard about recently because of Ben Stiller. I saw Hot Ones. I had no idea about his show. Skip. Skip. Oh, so this is the same guy. Got it. Okay. Is that AMC channel? It is. It is. Huh. Oh, but it's just one season. God damn it. Why is everything good only one season? God damn it. You got your wife to watch it, but didn't spoil her about the end or the movie ending? I was able to get my wife to watch some sci-fi stuff with me, but ultimately, it's not a lot of what we watch together. I largely have to watch sci-fi by myself a lot of the time. It's crazy outside trying to knock your power out. It was crazy yesterday for me. I was, you know, looking at the weather forecast the day before going, oh, great. High of 56. This will be awesome in fall. And then it was just like full fog. It was like the foggiest day I've seen in a long, long time. And it was warm at least, but it was wild in a different way. Not stormy at least, but today it's a little rainy. But that's all I know. So I'm sorry that you're big storming. But after all, it's what you're known for, big storming. Though of a different type, so. Damn it! Oh, I hate that. I hate how tight that is. You love close enough, but it's hard to find close enough. Let's see. I see. But yeah, like with the whole streaming services make things now, it's hard to keep track of everything. I've found it's really hard to know like what's good. It's a whole universe to navigate. And I just want to be like Elrond and say, where's my old times of old? Oh. When we just had Netflix. I understand that. Yeah, I definitely get that. damn it. It's okay. It's okay. There we go. Oh. This is a pain. But yeah, at this point, like, I'm not even looking at what's coming out today. I'm waiting like a full year to see if it gets a season 2. Like, I've stopped watching anything new. I don't want to get invested in something new only for it to get canceled again. So I'm just sitting here a lot of the time seeing what did come out. And what's worth watching. What has more than 2 seasons would be great. And so one of the shows that I was watching recently was Dark Winds, which apparently is getting a 3rd season. I'm excited about that. So I watched the first 2. About 2 weeks ago, we finished the last episode of season 2. And, it's good, but it's not. It's a little fluffy, but it's good. It's good. It's a little disbelievable, but it's okay. I think it's fun. Certainly knocks the socks off of Bridgerton. I've never watched an episode of Bridgerton. I have no interest in it. Raise the black flags.
Sail the high seas, matey.
I've been trying to do better about not doing that. All right. My thumb's hurting. You don't sail the high seas very much anymore? I mean, you live on a river. Those are but small seas. They aren't even seas, they are rivers. You wee river dog. have no idea how long it's been since you've downloaded a torrent. I mean, I've never downloaded a torrent. Allegedly. I don't have hard drives full of media. Just, you know, hard drives full of my stream. That's why I have thousands upon thousands of hours of video. I'm just constantly making and recording all of it. And keeping it. And archiving it. And one day I'll edit it all. One day. A little 3D printed car. When are we getting Jack Hilo Plus? I mean, I do have a VOD channel on YouTube. I also have like a decent amount of VODs on my main channel on YouTube. I also have some edited VODs or some edited videos of streams on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just not maintaining it very well. It's a lot of work to edit a video. It's much easier to just stream. And there's literally no incentive right now to me editing it. Like, I don't even care about the money. I'm saying that it just takes a bunch of my time. And almost nobody really watches it when I upload a edited video to YouTube. So while it is satisfying for me to actually crank a video out that's edited, and I enjoy doing that, there's no way I'm breaking my back over it. I'd much rather spend time with family than editing videos at this point. Because it was a ton of work.
Damn it. New follower.
Welcome in, new follower. Feel free to say hi or continue lurking, but I appreciate the follow. And I hope you're having a great day. Okay. All right. I don't know if I have 30 minutes left in this, but I'm going to try. Welcome in, Reaper Goblin. Hope you're doing well today. We've been struggling through this hack last couple of weeks. It's really good, but it's decently hard enough for me that I spend hours sometimes beating levels. Does anyone do runs of the actual game still? I did before I started getting into this at the end of last year. But for the most part, there is not a lot left of playing Super Mario World, the vanilla game. You know, you either played through it or you haven't. The speedrunners that exist for Super Mario World largely don't play it much anymore because it's highly optimized. And there's not a lot of room left to do better beyond your own PB. Is what I would say the main reason why people aren't speedrunning Super Mario World anymore. I'm not saying no one could speedrun Super Mario World and get a better PB. I'm just saying that, like, it's an incredibly long run, and who still does 11 exit? I wouldn't know off the top of my head. You'd have to go to speedrun.com. And see if there's anyone currently doing it who's uploaded recently. But I will say that, like, it's fewer and farther between that people play vanilla. I did play vanilla before I started playing ROM hacks to try on stream. To try and, like, just beat all 96 exits. It's hard to play through 96 exits. It's a little tedious. Some of them are not the best levels, but I know it's a long run no matter what if you're doing 96, and I know that it's a short run but highly optimized if you're doing 11 exit or 12 exit. There's a lot of different categories. And, like, I don't know. SMW Vanilla is a fun game to play. I enjoyed playing it, but at the end of the day, it's a vanilla Mario game, and it reaches a point where it's not going to remain interesting because it's the same game, right? And so ROM hacks are keeping this game alive by introducing fresh aspects to it. And what category did I run? I never speed ran it. I just ran 96 exits one time. I'm not a speedrunner. But I do watch speedrunners. But like Kaizo is really, really exciting for people who have beaten Super Mario World in the past, and Kaizo is really exciting to people who have never beaten Super Mario World, even who have just like played Mario Maker. There's an appeal to try Kaizo out. And other ROM hacks, like standard ones. Or inhumane ones. And I think it makes a lot of sense that, you know, you can only play Super Mario World so many times. I think the same is true of Mario Wonder or New Super Mario Bros. In its various iterations. But I think it's fun to play the vanilla games, and that's why I still have been playing the vanilla games every Monday for years. Just not Super Mario World anymore. And ooh. Okay. And I definitely have a lot of fun with these ROM hacks, for sure. Oh, come on. Let's see. I'm really excited about Super Mario Wonder ROM hacks. If those ever come around, that could be really cool. You don't know, you'd never really considered playing hacks? I completely understand that. If you like Mario Maker, right? But you don't like the way that, like, if you like the aspect of Mario Maker, but you don't like the actual way that Mario controls in Mario Maker, but you do like Super Mario World, which I'm assuming you do since you came here to check out Mario World and talk about it, then ROM hacks are a great way to change up your gameplay of Super Mario World. And there's a wide variety of things out there in the Super Mario World community that are created for different play styles, and for a while I thought I was absolutely terrible at these things, and I'll say I'm still pretty terrible at them, but my need to play Super Mario World vanilla largely went away over time. Until I finally sat down and said, you know what? I've never beaten the whole thing. Let's just do it on stream. But I had played Super Mario World for years before that. And it was like one of my first games. And I've just held on to it. and I popped it in a couple of times over the years and still never beaten it until I finally went, all right, we're doing it on stream. AI Snake and his strong opinions, of course, coming in with the Kaizo good, standard bad approach. I'm not going to say that standard's bad. I'm just going to say I've never played any of it. It's not appealed to me, but some people like it. Maybe it would apply, appeal to some people. I've never really seen a standard hack that got me excited about playing the game. But I know that, like, Groovy Gadget has said there's some standard hacks that they've really enjoyed. And it wouldn't surprise me if there's something I'm missing that I could find to enjoy. I just haven't really looked too hard either. Because there's a bunch of Kaizo stuff I want to play. Because I want the challenge of a very difficult Mario level. Standard's not necessarily bad, but it usually doesn't feel as fun. I mean, yeah, that's a very opinionated answer that's biased from a Kaizo player. But especially from someone who tried to speedrun Super Mario World, maybe they have a very different opinion. There we go, finally. Oh my gosh. So I don't want to exclude anyone's opinion. Damn. That's huge. Not a lot of that changed. That's very similar to the original. But like, for me, I've not seen anything that I was just like really excited about. But I know that, like, there's still people who do play Super Mario World out there. Actually, here's one person, Reaper Goblin, you should go check out. I don't know if you're still here, but you should check out Rona Code, who's been speedrunning Super Mario World in the evenings, American time, just in case you're in Europe. And they've been doing a really great speed run. But they recognize they're nowhere near the world record, and they're just doing it for themselves. Yes, Rona Code. Here, I'll shout him out. Let me get the spelling absolutely right. Oh, see, this is why I'm making sure I got the spelling right, because I spelt it wrong. Yep, I had a feeling. There we go. Thank you, Nasty Triangle. Yeah. We'll just shout out the big way. Boom. There you go. But I will say that, like, you had no idea who they were, but you found it. Because you're an absolute Steve, Nasty Triangle. Proud of you. But I will say that, like, a lot of people have moved on from just playing Super Mario World. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying that if you look at SMW, the category is not heavily filled with people playing vanilla Super Mario World at this point. It's been that way for years, though. As I'm sure you no doubt understand. But that's probably the biggest reasons why. There's a crazy number of subcategories for SMW. You're guessing based on speedrun.com that it's bigger in Japan. It is big in Japan and in Brazil. There's a very strong Super Mario World community in Brazil. Damn it. Haven't really checked it out in like 8 years, so you can't imagine it's changed. Not a whole lot, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about as well. Nasty Triangle. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. That was originally a spike. Now that's a death block. Understandably. But still mean. Okay. No. Oh. Okay. All right. Oop. Oh. Do the hard part, miss the easy part. That's my life, unfortunately, Reaper Goblin. Welcome to the stream, by the way. If you haven't figured that one out, that is literally half the stream is me missing the hard part, or missing the easy parts after getting the hard parts. And then spending the next 3 hours repeating myself over and over and over again. Oh, look at that. You're visitor number 65. Since we started counting these things. We really should have started counting these things a long time ago, but I like it. I like that we've got a counter. I like that its number go up and not number go down. Because that's what keeps it fun, right? Number go up's always a fun game to play. Darn. We also need to remember to use it. True. Ain't that the truth? Maybe if mods actually do stuff around here. I mean, I've used Welcome a couple of times too. When mods are busy. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm without responsibility in this situation. You're just the self-appointed backseat bus monitor. You are. You absolutely are, Krukle. Oh, that's understandable. That was completely understandable. Okay, there we go. Sweet. But yeah, like, my quality of gameplay is exactly why I'm never going to speedrun. Because I am not a consistent player. I've never considered myself a good enough player to be a speedrunner. In any respect of gameplay, not just Mario. Okay. And so... I'm just here to have a fun time and enjoy games most of the time. And when I reach the summit of my ability, aka the end of the stream, I end the stream. I'm really glad I didn't end the stream early today, though. Get some nostalgia vibes. I don't know. Yeah, let's see what's on speedrun.com. I'm sure you probably already did this, but I'm curious now. Five months ago on 96 exit. That's exciting. That's very exciting. See. Not a lot of new runners on 11 exit. Looks like there was a big push during lockdown. We've got some 3-year-old entries, some 1 year even, but it looks like it's been really quiet for about a year and change. 2023, early 2023 seems to be the end of the pushes, and I'm looking all the way down, you know, to Hunter on the leaderboard. I'm not going to the second page, but I'm sure there are other submissions. But yeah, it looks like world record was taken in August. If I actually just look at the history, I might actually get a better understanding of what's going on in here. Okay. Early 2020. Oh, no. Late 2022, we had a new world record for the first time in 3 years. And then they improved their time in March of the next year. And then Oil and Water has improved their time 4 times since then with the world record. But that is a huge achievement, Reaper Goblin. Congratulations. You know, just even getting second is a big deal, I think. Because I don't have actual speedrun submissions. I don't play games like that. I don't think I'll ever be able to repeatedly play a game over and over and over and over again and practice up like that. Because it's just not the kind of gamer I am. So, congratulations on... Let's see. 13th place currently. Still holding. It's still a Holden record at 9 minutes, 48 seconds, and a half. That's huge. I don't know what orb means, but yeah, I don't know what the rules are for these individual run types. But that's pretty cool, Reaper Goblin. It's crazy to me, some of these times that have lasted this long, right? Like a 9-minute, 56-second time from 10 years ago is still, you know, in the top half of the leaderboard. Like there's people who are submitting way more recently than that who are not getting these times. So that's huge, Reaper Goblin. You're 13th, and there have been way more submissions since when you submitted. And in that time, you're still up there, you know? So, congratulations. Be proud of your accomplishment. I'm sure you worked hard on it. Oh, jeez. You guarantee you wouldn't be competitive, but you feel like if you were to run SMW 11 exits, you feel like it was memeing? I mean, you never know until you try. I will say that. But, I'm guessing that, you know, I don't really know anyone who's doing as well as Reaper Goblin, except for Reaper Goblin. Let me see. I've certainly never watched any of these people. Yeah, never watched any of these people. Till we get to Link Dead at the 18th place. So. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if half of that list doesn't stream, because ultimately you don't have to stream to speedrun. You know, you can just record it and upload it, and you might actually do better than streaming it. Huh. 11 exit co-op. That's a category on the category extension. Japan. GG Japan. 1 year ago. We got a Japanese record. Overtaking the Brazilians. Overtaking the Americans. That's fun. Yeah, exactly. 96 exit is just a whole beast. It's wild. I always enjoyed watching 96 more, just because it's, you know, it's not like a what the fuck, I blinked and it's over kind of run from a watching experience, but it's also long. So, like, you know, it depends on what kind of content you're going for. But I definitely looked up a lot of 96 exit on YouTube and things. And I enjoyed watching that for a while before I found out about Kaizo. And then I found out about Kaizo and I was like, oh man, this is so cool. These people are keeping the game alive in a way that is really exciting. If you're used to being optimized, you could steal a bunch of Kaizo records, probably. Yeah, who knows, Reaper? Who knows? Maybe now is your time to shine. You know, there's been a lot of speedrun stories where a runner comes back after years of taking a break and just, like, crushes the competition. It's not something that happens all the time, but it does happen where, like, an old runner goes, well, I took a few years off of playing the game and then I came back and man, this still feels great. Recently I was watching whatchamacallit, the Simpsons Hit and Run video by Summoning Salt, which is a speedrunning history of Simpsons Hit and Run. And it's really impressive to watch, like, the story of that, where it's like someone takes a break and then they come back and they get a world record, and then they take a break and someone else comes back and they're really, really dedicated to it. And then you've got two guys who are, like, just swapping records back and forth for a little bit, and then new strategy comes out, and just, you know, it's exciting stuff. It's really exciting stuff. One fun thing about the speedrunning community. Your record with 12 deaths, you with less than 12 minutes, you died more frequently than once per minute. I didn't let go. I didn't let go. You plan to try and do that. You can imagine number 2 was tough to accept, but life happened. Exactly. Life always gets in a different opportunity, right? But you never know if you go back, you know. what could happen. At the same time, do you think? I wish you the best, Reaper. And congratulations on being a stellar Mario player. Much better than me. Ugh. We're at a point now where SMB1 is like 1 frame. The world record is like 1 frame away from the TAS. So I'm not fully aware of what 11 exit is, because again, I didn't watch a ton of it, but I am aware that like, or not 1 frame, 1 frame rule with SMB. But I know that, like, the general consensus with most of SMW speedrunning is that it's very tight. And the category extensions get a lot of love these days more than... frame rule stops mattering on the last level, so it might be 1 frame. Well, there's one whole frame rule in one of the levels that didn't get world recorded. And that's because it's like a crazy wall jump or something, I think. But then, yeah, then there's also maybe a couple of frames on the last level. But yeah, ultimately there's a lot of waiting for a bus in that game. You would suck at Kaizo? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You certainly, have reaction time and knowledge about vanilla Mario that would be helpful in Kaizo. 11X's was not technically difficult. I mean, it's a lot of reaction time. It's a lot of knowing how vanilla Mario moves, and you know, you'd probably be faster at Kaizo learning than me, as someone who has only beaten the game like 1 time, the whole game. I did do like 12 or 13 exit casually a couple of times. I beat Bowser more than once, is what I'm trying to say. But I've only done like all of the exits 1 time. But, you know, we're a dying breed playing a 30-year-old Mario game. So there's not that many of us who have picked up Super Mario World. I've certainly talked to people who play Kaizo who have never played this, or who have never played the vanilla base game. They've only ever played a Kaizo game. And I understand that to a certain extent. I think it's a shame that they haven't, but I'd say this is largely more interesting long term. Because new ROM hacks are coming out multiple times a year at this point. It's hard to keep up with them all. Especially considering there's some that are just like really high difficulty. So there's a lot to, you know, sink your teeth into. But, like, I've only been at this for a year, and I would say that playing Mario World and keeping that fresher in my head did help in me learning how to Kaizo. But it wasn't the end-all, be-all. So, there's a lot to learn. It's exciting. It's a different game in many aspects by playing ROM hacks. And that's what keeps it fresh and interesting for me, but and it also keeps it fresh and interesting, probably for other people too. But I do like Mario World. And it's not just nostalgia. It's literally, I think some of the levels are really well designed in Mario World, and I think some of the levels are not. But overall, I had a good time playing it in the last year, or I guess it's a little bit more than a year now. No, I finished it in February, but ultimately, yeah, I was playing it once a week. Just super casually. And so bad. Oops. And I got into Kaizo around January, December, something like that. So I still have a ton to learn when it comes to Kaizo. And this is a level I've already beaten. So you can see that my consistency is just terrible for a player who's already beaten this level. And that's something that a speedrunner is really good at, is dedication and consistency. And that's something I may never be good at. But I certainly enjoy playing this game still. I like the way that Mario jumps in this. I like the momentum he gains in this. I like his hitbox. And I like most of the sprites' hitbox in this more than in Mario Maker. Currently, I tend to lean a little bit more on the vanilla side of ROM hacks. And so when I see anything that's too wildly game-changing, it can make me just straight up stop the level that I'm playing. And other times damn it. Thank you, Lanero. Let's do this. Less good tries before we call this a stream.
I don't belong inside my body.
Reaper, you have a fantastic day. Thanks for saying hi.
Just a stranger in my skin. If you looked me in the eye, would you know me?
Damn it.
Or am I just another passerby? Don't you know me?
Okay.
Through the years, across the plains, you and I have stayed the same. We're counting deaths on countless fingers, count regardless, feeling here. Not the same as I once was, but yet I linger. Try to feel, don't you know me? I was hiding deep inside your memory. I was crawling underneath your skin. When you look me in the eyes, you will know me. A manifested likeness of desire.
Darn it.
Through the years, across the plains, you and I have stayed the same. We're counting deaths on countless fingers, count regardless, feeling me. It's not the face that I once wore, but yet I
Darn it.
linger. Try to feel, don't you know me? If you looked me in the eye, would you know me? Or am I just another passerby? Don't you know me?
Well, we didn't get anywhere, unfortunately. Today. Well, okay, that's not true. I got the H. But I'm having a hard time keeping all of the blocks where they need to go. And, I mean, it's not the first time that's happened. I'll say that. But thank you for the brain power. Definitely leaves me with a much better vibe, and I appreciate that. Let's go rate someone. Because I had a really great stream. I don't know about you, but I really did. And I really appreciate all of you for joining not only this stream, but the last year of streams have been absolutely outstanding. We're going to go raid an old friend. Someone who I always recommend. Someone who we raid often. It's David Odie. He's live. He's playing the Baron of Shell. So I want you to go in there and I want you to say Baron, Baron, Baron. Don't use that raid call. Just say Baron. Okay? Over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because that is what you do in this game. You just say Baron over and over and over. Okay, maybe you don't. But you do your thing. And you all have a fantastic day. And have fun. Okay? I appreciate y'all. And I hope you have a great day.